Okay, hello everyone, and welcome once again to the BlazeTechnologies monthly webinar. I'm Stephen Blazy again, and tonight I'm joined by David Goldfield, and as I hope you'll soon know him by the end of our webinar, our resident Thunderbird email expert, as he's known here at BlazeTechnologies, Ben Blanchford. Here we are on December 2nd, just 2 weeks after our major BT Speak software update, and I hope many of you have already had a chance to download it and explore what's new, especially the new BT Code application for learning and building with Python. We've been hearing that many of you are having a lot of fun with it, and the suggestions for improving it have been pouring in. And so we love to hear that, and we're excited to continue expanding that in future updates. So if you haven't checked it out yet, we really encourage you to do so. But this evening, we're going to be focusing on a tips and tricks session for Thunderbird, as I alluded to before. And Thunderbird is the main email client on BT Speak, as many of you know. Now, email is something many of us rely on every day. And so this is an application that gets very heavily used once you dive into it. And Thunderbird is a very powerful open source email client that will very likely to continue to improve over time because of its open source quality. And we're well aware, we know that some BT Speak users might initially feel a bit intimidated when they first open Thunderbird. But I can tell you, we've heard again and again that once you get past that initial learning curve, it becomes a fantastic email experience for many users. And our hope tonight is that this session will give you the confidence and practical know-how of the basics, at least, to dive in, get comfortable, and really start taking advantage of this email client, because we really think you're going to love it. So before we get to Ben, I'm going to hand it over to David, who's going to tell you a few things about our maintenance contracts.
Hey, thank you so much, Stephen. Hey, everyone, it's David. Good to hang out with everybody and talk to you again. And as Stephen said, we're going to talk a little bit before we connect with Ben, talk to you a little bit about the maintenance contract. It seems that I would guess, without having to count them and go through all the stats, that the majority of our customers who have bought a BT Speak have actually purchased a maintenance contract, and that's really good. And just to remind people what that's all about and what the benefits are. So when you first get a BT Speak, you do get a warranty. It's now 90 days initially from the time you get it, and that warranty gives you two benefits. The first benefit is that if you have a problem with it that we cannot resolve over the phone, a hardware problem with the device itself, we ship an exchange out to you. We do it pretty quickly, and you get the exchange, and then you send the BT Speak that you originally had back to us. You keep the exchange and you're done. You don't have to think about it. And so there's significantly less downtime, because with that warranty, you don't have to wait until, you don't have to send it back and wait a week for us to get it, and then wait another week for it to be repaired, and wait another week to get it back, because we rapidly ship an exchange out to you. That's the first benefit of the warranty. The second benefit is that any updates that are available, and we do come out with updates about once every maybe 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes even more than that. When there's an update, of course, you get that over the air via Wi-Fi. After that 90-day warranty, the maintenance contract lets you extend that warranty either month to month or on an annual basis. You can pay month to month. We have a lot of customers who choose to do that. It's $20 monthly or $200 annually. And once you do that, you're basically extending your warranty, giving you the protection of having the exchange units sent to you if needed, Hopefully you never need it, but if you do, that maintenance contract gives you that benefit. And of course, the other benefit is that you continue to receive updates containing new features. If you don't get a maintenance contract, you'll still occasionally get some updates with some bug fixes and just things to make the unit more stable and with reliability improvements. But for new features like the BT Code app that Stephen mentioned just a few minutes ago, that you would get with the warranty or extending the warranty with a maintenance contract. You can purchase a maintenance contract on our website by going to blazetech.com. That's BLAZIETECH.com. Go to the link that says shop, and you can purchase month to month or year to year. And you can even optionally choose an automatic renewal for the annual so that it just keeps renewing year after year. That's another benefit that some other companies don't offer you. With some companies, you can only extend the warranty for, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. I have a laptop that I was able to get a warranty extension. I got a pretty good uh, series of set of years out of it, but after a while, you can't extend that warranty. It doesn't matter whether you're willing to do it; they just don't allow it. You basically have to use that machine without a warranty anymore and without the protections that that gives. In the days of Blazy engineering, we never did that, and we don't do that now with our products. So you can renew it for, you know, really as long as the product is supported, and that's going to be quite a while. So and you can also call us if you want to renew that by phone at 772-214-1616. So then the question to we should go over is what happens after you purchase the maintenance contract? What steps can you take to make sure that you get uninterrupted updates whenever they come out? And there's a real simple uh, a task that you have to complete in order to do that. And that is to make sure that your unit knows that it's registered. So the way you do that, first, when you purchase a maintenance contract, there is a 5-digit order number. And you'll get that in an email when you purchase the maintenance contract online. And if you purchase it by phone, we'll give you that order number. And it's really important that you save that because what you're then going to do is with your BT Speak, you go to Options with O-Chord, of course. Then you go to maintenance by pressing M for, I'm sorry, management. BT Speak Management, I'm jumping ahead of myself. BT Speak Management, and then M for register a maintenance contract. When you do that, it's going to ask you to enter a 5-digit order number. You enter the order number followed by .8 for enter. The order number needs to be entered in computer braille with no number sign. So if my order number is 12345, I would enter 1 for, .2 for 1 and then dots 2, 3 for 2. You get the idea. You enter that in computer braille, no number sign, no spaces, no punctuation. Press enter, and your BT Speak should basically say, hey, you've successfully registered your maintenance contract. What that does is it then lets your BT Speak continue to download updates without interruption. So if you've paid for a maintenance contract and you try to download an update and your BT Speak doesn't download the update that you're expecting, or it gives some other error, or you download the update but not all of the new features are there and you're wondering what's going on with this, it's probably that you first need to register your maintenance contract. So that's how you do it. options, BT Speak Management, and then register a maintenance contract, enter the 5-digit order number, which you'll get in an email. And as I say, if you order it by phone, we'll give you that, and we'll also email it to you if you want. You would get the email even if you order it by phone, because it automatically sends that in an email address. So even if you place an order by phone, don't worry, you'll still get that email. But if for some reason you don't or you can't find it, obviously look in your spam or junk folder. And if you still don't find it or if you've lost it, call us back. We can look it up for you in our system and we'll get you the 5-digit order number. It's very important that you do this. You only need to do it once. You don't need to do it with each update. You just need to do it after you make the initial purchase of the maintenance contract. So that's what I can tell you about maintenance contracts. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask during tonight's webinar, or you can give us a call during the day, or you can email us at support@blazy.net. We'll be glad to answer any of your questions and get you set up. In other company news, we are really, really, really close to getting the BT Braille shipped. Where I know that we've encountered some delays, and I'm sorry for those who may be disappointed, but we really want to make sure that when we ship that product, that you get something that, is worth waiting for, that works the way we think it should work, the way you think it should work, and we really are very close to doing that. The software has come a long way, even in the past month, and we're making a lot of changes, and we're still on course to ship this very soon for those who pre-ordered. One of the features that you don't yet have in your BT Speak, but you soon will, we just need to do some initial testing with it, is something related to our Google Drive support. So as some of you may know, we allow you to access files on your Google Drive. And currently, if you want to access that file, you have to download it first and then open it in the folder that it downloaded. Well, what we're going to be offering pretty soon is the ability to seamlessly open that up just like you would open any other file. And you'll be able to not only read that, but make edits to it, add things to it, and then it automatically have it saved back to Google Drive. That feature will be coming pretty soon. As I said, we need to do some internal testing with it, make sure that it works the way it should. But that is a feature that will soon be coming to all BT Speak units and BT Brailles. You just want to make sure that you're under a warranty or maintenance contract in order to make sure that you get that feature. So that's what I can share with you as far as company news. And we are, even though it's the last month of the year, I can tell you our developers are literally working night and day on not only BT Speak software, but also BT Braille software and BT Braille hardware. And that is literally true. We have developers on different parts of the planet. So when I'm going to sleep, we've got a few that are just waking up and working through the night. So it is really no exaggeration to say that this project is being worked on 24/7. It's unbelievable, but it really is the case. That's my company update, and I'm now going to turn it over to our support person. Many of you may have spoken with him if you've called and needed support. His name is yeah, right, that's easy for me to say, Ben Blatchford. And Ben, as Stephen rightly said, is our Thunderbird expert. I do use Thunderbird. I know it. I probably should know it better than I do, but Ben is definitely our Thunderbird expert. And I would say most of what you see in the user's manual for Thunderbird is really his writing. I asked him just, write out steps to do these tasks, and he did. So whenever I get Thunderbird questions, I basically tell people, you got to talk to Ben. So now Ben's going to talk to you and show you what it's like using Thunderbird on a BT Speak. Of course, this is also going to be on BT Braille as well, but for this demo, he's going to be using a BT Speak. So Ben, if you're ready, take it away and send us some email.
Thank you, David, and thank you, Stephen, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. This is Ben, and I am the support personnel, one of the support personnel of BlazeTechnologies. And I'm going to give you just a brief overview of Thunderbird on the BT Speak and how to maybe compose an email, attach a file, how to reply, how to view, how to save attachments from an email. So, but first, I will show you how to access Thunderbird. There are two ways of accessing it. The first way is through blazing mode, which you can do by if you're not already in blazing mode, you can get there by pressing dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chord, and then you can press O chord for the options menu. Which I'm going to show you how to get to the Thunderbird application in both ways. First, we'll start with the blazing mode because it's easier for most people.
For the help top.
So we are going to press O chord for the options menu, and hopefully you guys can hear this okay.
Options menu, open.
And then we are going to press A for applications.
Applications menu, open.
And then we're going to press W for web applications.
Web applications menu,
And then we're
open.
going to press T for Thunderbird, and then we're going to press O for Open Thunderbird. So we're going to press T first.
Thunderbird menu, open.
And then we're going to press O for Open Thunderbird. What that will do is that will open up desktop mode, and it will open up Thunderbird directly into desktop mode. So we're going to press O here.
Open desktop mode.
And it's opening up currently because I already had desktop mode launched
Loading.
before we started.
Dash
There we go.
Mozilla Thunderbird frame. Thunderbird privacy notice Mozilla.
And
Welcome to freedom.
so
Thunderbird. Space.
That is the first way of accessing it. The other way of accessing it is from the desktop mode. I'm going to close this window with Z coordinate 7 to Alt F to close the Thunderbird application.
F4. Desktop.
So
Icon view 0 items.
So we're here in desktop mode, and we want to open Thunderbird from the desktop mode. So we could do O chord for the applications menu because the O chord is mapped to the applications menu in desktop mode. So we're going to do O chord here.
Left all applications menu.
And then we're going to do .4 chord to go down to the first item, which is the accessories menu.
Accessories menu.
And then we can press I for internet.
Internet menu.
And then
Chromium web browser.
and then T for Thunderbird.
T. Desk applications
And
menu.
it will load
menu.
here in a second. And once you load Thunderbird for the first time, your setup will look a little different than mine because
Loading. Dash
I
Mozilla
already
Thunderbird frame.
I already have an
Thunderbird
email.
privacy notice Mozilla. Space.
I already have an email account set up here. But when you first open Thunderbird, you'll be greeted with a setup screen that will ask you that will have your owner name already filled in if you put that in your BT in the change the owner name field. That name will be in the name field when you load Thunderbird for the first time, and you can tab .45 chord to go to the email address and type that in, password, etc., etc. Now, if you're using a Google account or something that requires two-factor authentication, you will be asked to sign in on the web in addition to entering your password in Thunderbird. So you'll have a continue button And when you click that continue button after entering your password, if you tab over to the continue button and press space or enter on that, you'll be prompted to sign in on the web if you're using like a Gmail account or an Office 365 account. So and then you can sign in and grant the permission and all that stuff to allow Thunderbird to access your email accounts. And once that's all done, you can also link your address book to Thunderbird as well. And it'll prompt you. It'll ask you if you want to set that up. It'll ask you. It will tell you we found one address book. We found one address book on your Google account. If I'm using Google account, they'll say we found one address book on your Google account, or how many address books you have. And there'll be a connect button. You press space on that, and then you click, and then you tab, which is .45 chord, to the finish button or the done button, and press space or enter on that to dismiss that. Now, there is one important thing that I would recommend changing when you first set up your email account, and that is to stop Thunderbird from automatically downloading messages to your device, because that can eat up a lot of storage space on your device pretty quickly, depending on how many emails you have. I'm going to show you where that setting is located here. So after you set up your email account, you'll be in the main Thunderbird window here. And if we do an M chord, that's M as in Mike, M chord for the menu bar, and we move to the right with .6 chord to the edit menu, and then we go .4 chord down to the account settings, and we press enter on that. It'll open up a list of options, a list of preferences that we can configure about our account. So I'm going to do an M chord for the menu bar, and I'm going to press .6 chord to move to the right.
F10. File menu.
So I did an M chord for the menu bar, and I'm going to press .6 chord to move to the right, to move to the edit menu.
Edit menu.
And then I'm going to press .4 chord to move to get into that menu, to equivalent to down arrow.
Cut CTR.
We're going to keep going here. I'm just pressing .4 chord to get down to
account
the account settings. There we go. And we're going to press.
Cut CTR.
Oops. Okay, I don't know why it jumped.
Account settings.
There we go. And we're going to press enter on this account settings option.
Return. Loading.
And
Dash Mozilla Thunderbird
open
frame.
up
About. Blank. Blank.
It's going to open up a window here. At least it should.
Account settings.
There we go.
New account push button.
Okay, and then we're gonna press tab.
Account settings benblatch@gmail.com. Leaving complimentary content. Account settings benblatch@gmail.com clickable.
So we are going to press tab here to get to the tree view.
benblatch@gmail.com clickable. Tab. Leaving complimentary content. Delete push button.
Tab again.
Account name :
tab again.
Color :
tab again.
Reset color push.
Okay, so it looks like what happened is I think it went into
benblatch@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Expanded.
Okay, I see.
Tree
okay.
level 1.
Yeah. So there was apparently a glitch with the tree view. It wasn't populating correctly. So we just had to tab and then shift tab to repopulate that tree view. So now we can press .4 chord, and we're looking for synchronization and storage. We're going to do
server
.4
settings.
chord. .4 chord again.
Copies and composition and addressing. Junk settings.
.4 chord again.
Synchronization and storage.
And we are going to press tab .45 chord. The first option, which on my unit is unchecked, but on your unit it will be checked. So we can press .45 chord. It will say
tab. Leaving complimentary content. Message synchronizing panel. Keep messages in all folders for this account on this computer. Checkbox not checked. Browse mode.
So if I check this box, it'll ask me if I want to confirm these changes. So if I press space.
Space. Checked.
Then if I press tab here.
Confirm synchronization changes.
It'll
frame.
ask you.
The message synchronization settings were changed. Do you want to save them label?
And we're going to press tab to
Tab. Discard push tab.
to
Save push button.
save changes, or we can press shift tab to discard. For now, I'm going to press shift tab to discard and press enter because I already have these settings already. This setting was already set on my own unit. But I can press save and I can go to the process of how it would be on your unit. So I'm going to press tab on save and press space on that. And
settings dash Mozilla
so
Thunderbird free.
yours will be set
Synchronization tab. Synchronization and
yours will be
storage.
set to
Tree level 2 tab. Leaving complementary content. Message synchronizing panel. Keep messages in all folders for this account on this computer. Checkbox check.
this will be
Browse
checked.
mode.
This will be checked by default. So you need to press space to uncheck this
Space. Not checked.
and press tab,
Tab. Advanced. Push tab.
and
Leaving
then
panel.
you can
Disk
press.
space panel.
You can
tab.
press.
Don't download messages larger than checkbox
So in your case, it'll.
checked.
In your case, it'll.
Space. Not checked.
It will say you want to revert. You want to save the changes. You press tab to the save button, and press space or enter on that button. Now we are done in the account settings screen, so we can press X chord followed by W to close this, or we can just press .7 and 8 plus W, which is the control, emulates the control key. So we can press .7 and 8 plus W to close this window.
W. Thunderbird privacy notice M dash
And we can
Mozilla
press,
page tab. Mozilla link.
Control W to close this window because it's just a privacy statement.
W. benblatch@gmail.com dash Mozilla Thunderbird frame.
And so now we are in Thunderbird, and we're in the actual mailbox list, the main interface of Thunderbird. So let's compose an email. Now there are two ways we can do this. We can do it from blazing mode, or we can do it from directly from within Thunderbird, which is I think if you're already in Thunderbird, it's probably the best way to do it. Is to do so if you want to compose a new message, you would do dots 1, 3, 4, 5 for new message, and you would press .7 and 8 for the control key. So you press dot 1, 3, 4, 5 plus .7 and 8 for the control key for control N, or you can do an X chord followed by N to compose a new message. So let's do that. Let's do dots 1, 3, 4, 5 and .7 and 8 to activate the new message.
N.
That takes a
Right colon.
second.
Left paren. No subject. Right
So-
paren. Dash Thunderbird frame. To entry.
So when you open up this message composition screen, you will be in the to field. So you can type in an email address, or if you have your contacts, your address book synced, you can start typing in a name of a person or a person in your address book, and it should pop up, and it will autocomplete that for you. So for example, if I wanted to send an email to, let's say, support@blazer.net, I could start typing SUP.
S. U. Text unselected. P. P. R.
T,
T.
and then press tab to,
Tab.
hopefully that will autocomplete. Let's see. Sometimes this interface is a bit slow. 1 second.
Tab.
Let's see
Subject
here.
auto. To entry. To support to with one address. Use left arrow key to focus on it.
So we're gonna,
Support colon. Press enter to edit.
so we're
Delete to
gonna
remove.
press
Support is return.
enter on
Entry
this.
support.
Okay.
T.
I'm guessing that it did not autofill that contact. So
Add.
I'm gonna type in the rest of the email address,
Full stop. T.
and press tab.
Tab.
And
To entry.
hopefully
Tab.
that worked. Let me see.
Subject.
I'm going to
To
check
entry.
tab, go to here.
To support at blaze.net with one address.
Yep, that's
Use
right.
left arrow key to
So
focus on it.
then we are going to press, and the left arrow key, you can do that with dot 3 chord, because dot 3 chord will move left arrow, dot 6 chord will move right arrow. So let's go to the subject field with dots 4, 5 chord to get to the subject field.
Tab. Subject autocomplete.
And let's type in a subject. I'm just going to type in test. Now be aware that you will have to use computer braille for entering information, for entering email addresses and passwords and things like that, and for your writing in desktop mode. If you want to use desktop mode for composing an email, you will have to use computer braille for entering your email address, for entering email addresses. For example, if you want to do the @ you would do dot 7 plus dot 4. If you want to do a period, it would be dot 46, etc., etc. And numbers would be great. So, before I continue, does anyone have any questions? Because I thought I heard somebody unmute or.
I don't think we have any questions yet, Ben, but if you're at the end of this particular demoing this particular task, I think we're going to move on and open it up to questions.
All right. Yeah. Yes. So I have
Message body editable content.
I have
Subject autocomplete.
I have
Subject.
one more thing I would like to show you. So one more thing I would like to show you is so we typed in our to field. Now we need to type in the subject, and I can just type that in computer braille, and then I can type the message body, and I can just type in this as a test.
Capital
I'm typing this in computer braille.
Full stop.
And then if I want to attach a file, I would do dot 7 and 8 plus A for the so I would I would do I would do X chord followed by a dot 7 and A to get to, because the X chord emulates the control key, and then dot 7 and A is for the shift and A because it's control shift A. So I'm going to do X chord followed by shift A.
Control 1.
Dot 7 and A, and that'll open the files window for it to open it to get it attached. So I'm going to just select a random file here, and I'm just going to select the file here. I am just using dot 4 chord to move down through the list of files here. It takes a second for it to populate the list of files here. It can be a bit slow to navigate, but I mean, once you press enter on the file that you want, it'll take you back to the message composition screen.
Library.
So let's do. I'm just
Downloads.
going to here. I'm just going to a file here.
Test.brl.
Okay, I'm gonna let's say I'm gonna
November 19.
attach this file. So I'm gonna press enter on this file. Keep in mind this is a Braille file, so you will if you want to attach a Braille file, make sure that the other device you're sending, or with a Braille capable device, or translate the file using the translate option in the file browser. So I'm gonna put that here. And that file is now attached, and I can now press
Tab. All files
I can press tab.
Cancel.
And go to the
list with 10 items.
Why did that work? Hang on. That didn't work.
Recent tab. Home.
Demos do not go as planned, so
Desktop.
hang on.
Tab. Pictures.
Okay, I'm tabbing through the list of the
documents. All files. Tab.
Files here. Okay, there we go.
List
So
videos.
hang on.
Other tab. Tab.
So
Toggle button not
I'm going to press
return.
enter on the Pi folder and then go
Document
tab
tab.
over.
And Ben, once you attach a file, what key do you actually use to send it?
So yes, yeah.
Font escape.
Okay. So I'm so to
Right colon. Test dash
so
thunder
sorry
space.
to um uh so if you would want to send the message that you've written, you would press X chord followed by enter, and that will send the message. So I'm going to press X chord followed by enter. That attachment didn't work, but that's fine. We can, you get the idea. So we can press X chord followed by enter to send.
Control. Once. Return.
And it will ask you
Send message
if you
frame.
want to
Send
send
push
the
button.
message, and you press enter on the send option. You can just press enter,
Return.
and that
Right colon. Test dash
is
Thunderbird frame.
now sent. The message is now.
That is beautiful. Ben, thanks so much for showing us that and all of those Thunderbird features on the BT Speak.
You're welcome. If there's anything else you want me to demonstrate, reading an email, or
No, I think we're good for the moment, but I really appreciate the demo that you did.
you're welcome. Thank you.
And I think we're in good shape with that. But of course, if people do have questions, we can entertain those, and we'll do more than entertain them. We'll answer them, of course. And but if anybody does have any questions, either about using Thunderbird on a BT Speak or anything that we've talked about, BT Speak, maintenance contracts, BT Braille, anything related to BlazeTechnologies, we'll be happy to answer them. So, Stephen, I don't know if we have any raised hands.
We do have one. Hi, Leslie. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Um, so one of my big interests about the BT Speak slash BT Braille is the Unix Linux part of it because I'm going to show my age here, but back in the day in the 90s, we had this program called Pine,
Oh,
and now
sure.
it's still going. Well, now it's called Alpine.
Hmm.
So I was wondering whether or not Alpine could be installed on the BT Braille since it's got a shell, and I assume it has the bash shell, right? Is that what you're using?
Right. You absolutely can. In fact, we used to ship BT Speak with Alpine on board. We didn't do anything extra with the accessibility interface, and so if you're comfortable using Alpine as it is out of the box without extra layers of accessibility commands, then it may work just fine for you.
Okay.
They took it
So
out of the product because there was less interest in using it without those features.
yeah, I mean, so you can just run it from the shell, right?
Correct. You can do that.
Okay.
You
So
can
you're
run it from
saying,
the shell. In fact, you can add it to your user menu if you want to do it that way as well for quick access.
okay, so you installed it, but what you're saying is you don't feel like there was really enough interest in it.
We used to make it available in the main user, the applications menu of the device, so it was a part of the UI, and we excluded it from the UI in favor of Thunderbird and other things as the device was expanding rapidly at that time,
Sure.
and it just wasn't much use of Alpine from to justify having it in the menu.
Gotcha.
But you can certainly access it, and if it's not installed, you can install anything you'd like on BT Speak from the shell.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Okay.
And Leslie, I also have very fond memories of Pine back in the day.
Okay, we're gonna go to Gene. Hi, Gene.
So if I were ever to learn Thunderbird, now my email addresses in Gmail right now. So what would it be? Gene Gallagher, Thunderbird, whatever?
So you would really use, well, there's kind of two parts to that question. Generally, in most cases, for most people, you would use whatever email address you currently have right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so if you're
Yeah.
using Gmail or Outlook.com or whatever it is, you can use any of those on Thunderbird. You just have to set that up. Now, you mentioned a Thunderbird email address. That capability is actually coming, but I
Oh,
think they may be charging for that. So,
oh,
because they're going to be offering some additional email features for a charge, but that's optional. As it
mm,
stands right now, you can use any email address you want on Thunderbird, and it'll work with it.
Yeah.
okay.
And not only one,
Word.
multiple accounts, the
That's right.
Thunderbird. And so if you had a Gmail account and, for example, maybe a Comcast account, you could add those and kind of flip between them. And so you're able to access all of your email, regardless of where it's coming from, without
Yep,
having
and
to.
I've done that. And I actually have a Gmail account and a Comcast account in addition to my Outlook account. And at one point, I had all three set up on Thunderbird. And as Steven said, you can easily switch to any of those at any time.
Mm. Okay, now where did you say the code, was located? Because I'm not sure.
Oh, the order code for your maintenance contract?
Yeah.
Yep. So once you purchase a maintenance contract from us, you'll get an email that
Right.
confirms your order. And in that email is the 5-digit code.
In that email. Okay, because
Yep.
I don't remember getting one, and I know I purchased it, or was it never?
Well,
Um,
if you can't find that email, give us a call tomorrow and we'll look it up for you in the system and we'll get it to you by phone or we'll get
okay.
it to you by email.
Okay, I've never seen it. I've never seen it, but
It's
I'm going
okay.
through it. Yeah.
Call us tomorrow and one of
Okay.
us can help you out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Gene. Okay, I think that's it tonight for questions. We thank everybody for joining us tonight, and we'll see you at the next one.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this.